What's up, guys? It is Chris back with another watch video, and today we are talking about president's watches. I'm going to talk about Donald Trump's watches, watches that he's been seen wearing, and I'm going to talk about Joe Biden. Although Joe Biden has not officially been announced that Joe Biden is winner of the election, however, it seems to be that he is getting close. We are still in that process, so I do not know if Joe Biden will be president. However, I decided to make this video comparing the two collections or watches that they've actually been seen wearing. But before I get into it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It is super helpful for the channel, and I very much appreciate it. So getting right into it, Trump, as we know, has a line of clothing and a line of watches that he has made in the past. I believe those are no longer being made. These were sold exclusively at Macy's, I believe, and they were lower end watches. They were homages to Rolex and Tag Heuer, a bunch of different references throughout their lineup. And they were, like I said, lower end watches that were sold exclusively through department stores and exclusively, believe, through Macy's. And these are actually no longer for sale. However, I don't believe I've ever seen a picture of him wearing one of his own watches. And I'm going to get right into the watches that he has been photographed wearing. And one of them is a Vacheron Constantin Historics Ultrafine 1968. An absolutely beautiful watch, an ultra-thin hand-wound movement in pink gold. And this is from the Historics line, so this is a lineup of watches that they have taken or pulled from their archives, designed and remade them, modern versions of them. And this is a really beautiful watch, and probably one of his classiest watches that he has been pictured wearing. Another really nice watch that he's been pictured wearing is the Patek Philippe. This is the Ellipse in yellow gold. This is sort of an oval-shaped case watch. It is in solid yellow gold. It also has a weaved bracelet, a very beautiful bracelet, a very 80s looking watch. However, these are collectible. A lot of people really love these. I really like it. I think it's a pretty cool watch. It's not something that I would wear. However, he's been spotted wearing this watch many, many times, and it is sort of in keeping with his personality. It's very flashy, very in your face, solid gold bracelet, oval case, so it's very dressy, very slim, hand wound, very good looking watch. However, obviously, now we're 2 watches in, both of those are gold, and the third watch we're going to talk about is yet another gold watch. It is the Rolex Day Date. He has 2 of these. He has a white face and he has a gold face version. Obviously solid yellow gold with the president's bracelet, so ironically, he became president. He owned a president Rolex Day Date, which kind of makes sense. And he has 2 of these, so he does have one in a gold face and a white face. Obviously, keeping with the theme here, he does like gold. We have a gold Vacheron, a gold Patek, and now we have some gold Rolexes as well. He also donated a watch, and this was a really cool watch, a very different watch. And this was a Universal Genève Ayrton Senna. The Senna was a race car driver who actually was killed during a race. And Universal Genève actually made a watch that was a sort of a tribute to him, to this racing legend. And of course, this was in solid gold. I believe this was actually a quartz version that Trump gave to a charity event for celebrities who donated watches, and in that auction, he actually donated this watch, which was a Senna by Universal Genève. So a very nice gesture and a very nice watch indeed. He also, at that same auction, purchased a watch, and that was a watch that was owned by a former president, and that was Ronald Reagan. Kind of ironic again, he was an actor turned president. And obviously, Donald Trump was a game show host. He hosted The Apprentice, so not exactly an actor, but he was a game show host turned president. And he bought a Colibri, and this was one of Ronald Reagan's actual watches. And that sold for $7,000, and that's what actual Donald Trump purchased that watch for. So a very interesting little collection of watches. I'm sure he owns a lot more than that. But these are some of the watches that I actually was able to find him connected to. So I wanted to bring you that. And then we go into Joe Biden. Now, Joe Biden has a lot different taste than Trump, obviously. And we'll get right into those watches. He has a lot less extravagant taste, let's call it. And we're going to start with his first watch, and I think my favorite out of the bunch. He has an Omega Seamaster 300 with a black dial, so essentially the James Bond 007 watch. And that is, I think, the most expensive watch that he has been photographed wearing. This is the automatic version that he has, and it has a black dial. It is the pre-ceramic dial, I believe, because this was photographed a while ago that he was wearing this watch. So this is the pre-ceramic wave dial. This is the wave dial that we got with the previous Bond version. Very interesting watch, very cool watch. I believe this is the 40mm version as well. Then another cool watch that he's been photographed wearing is the first generation Tissot T-Touch on a rubber strap. So another very interesting watch, especially for a president to wear. So these were the first generation, so they were multifunction watches. Very cool, almost like a smartwatch, but not entirely. These were very, very cool watches. They still made today. However, they aren't extremely popular. Tissot make them currently as we speak, and they have added a lot more functionality in them because obviously smartwatches have taken over, but these are still available and very cool watches. Then there is a third watch. That is the Seiko 7T32 6M90 chronograph. This is a very, very simple two-tone chronograph that has some functionality. I believe it actually has an alarm as well. A very interesting looking watch. Looks like something that you would get as your first Seiko, and it was actually one of the first Seikos that I owned. I actually owned something very similar to this. Very interesting looking watch. And again, Seiko, an everyday man's watch, I would say. This is not an expensive watch and not a rare watch at all. Very interesting that he has one of these. It looks like a daily wearer for him as well. So really cool. And there's a picture of him actually wearing this where he's wearing a mask. So we know this is a very recent photo of him wearing this Seiko chronograph in two-tone. Then there are two watches that I believe both presidents, well, I should say Joe Biden and President Trump. Joe Biden is not president, and like I said, we are currently in the swings of that. We do not know if Joe Biden or Donald Trump will be president yet as of the time I am filming this. But he actually owns a Vulcan Cricket, which is really strange because they call that the president's watch. I'm not sure if he was actually gifted that by Obama, but Vulcan usually gift watches to the president, so I would assume that Donald Trump has a Vulcan as well. I don't know if it's a Cricket. We know that Biden owns a Cricket. However, Donald Trump, we are not sure if he was gifted one by Vulcan, and if he did, it would be a Cricket as well, and it would be very interesting to see if he has one. I've not seen him wear one as of yet. I know that Obama was gifted one, and he was gifted a Vulcan Cricket. And over 50 presidents have worn a Vulcan, and I'm pretty sure that Joe Biden already owns one because he has been photographed wearing it. I'm not sure, like I said, if he was gifted that by Obama or if he was directly gifted that by the brand. I've actually reached out to them to find out if they gave Joe Biden one. It would be very interesting to find out. And last, as a kicker, I just want to mention one other watch, Bernie Sanders. I know he is not in the race. However, I found it very interesting that Bernie Sanders wears a Citizen Eco Drive Riva, a very, very in keeping with his personality, a very efficient watch, and not a no-frills watch to go along with his personality. Very straightforward and very interesting. But I just wanted to throw that one in just so you guys know that Bernie Sanders wears a Citizen. I really like that. I thought that was very funny. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. Obviously, the election has not ended yet. Votes are still being counted. So Joe Biden, not a president. Currently, the president is Trump. So we'll see what happens. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I'm not trying to get political here. I just want to talk about watches. And I want to hear from you guys. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It is super helpful for the channel, and I very much appreciate it. Please follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is WatchChrisBlog. I have some links in the description. Those links are to Amazon. If you click those links and buy anything, it helps support the channel. Doesn't cost you anything extra. However, I very much appreciate it. Anyway, thank you for logging on, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.